Welcome back to the channel. This is Wilson, and today's gaming news we are going to talk about Rage 2, the sequel to Rage 1 that came out for the PS3, Xbox 360, and PC last gen. Imagine Mad Max, Doom, and Wolfenstein, and some racing for MotorStorm for the PS3, the launch game for the PS3, all combined in one game, which gives me a lot of memories for. What was the game? The shoot looter game. I forgot the name now. God damn, I can't remember now. Oh, Borderlands. It reminds me all those games into one game. And you could see by watching the trailer in the background that this game is crazy. It's a first-person shooter. It has you get the MotorStorm, you get the races from MotorStorm, you get some little instance of Bioshock in there, and it just looks crazy. Everybody was expecting this game. It just came. Well, people did expect this game because they saw the leaks for E3 for Walmart, and this is one of the games that came out. So it looks like the secret popped out too early. So Bethesda said, "Yo, let's give them a trailer. This is the game," and now people are going crazy over it. As you can see, it gives you a lot. It gives you a lot of stuff for Borderlands, for Mad Max. I don't know if they got me like a fucking sandstorm, but we'll see what happens. Now let's move on to the next game, which is Black Ops 4, the Blackout. Now, Black Ops 4 Blackout is a battle royale game. Well, it looks to see what they're trying to do. Activision is they just kind of combine lots of different maps from each previous Black Ops, and combine it into one huge map where you have a battle royale tournament game. It's mostly free for all with last man standing in a big ass package, but in the Call of Duty style, they gotta be just like every other game, guns, and ammo. Mostly, I don't know, it's gotta be pure survival because it's mostly Call of Duty the way they gotta do it. But they want they want all the ammunition, guns everywhere. You get to climb buildings. There's gotta be the little RC cars everywhere. You get to use tanks, jeeps, and helicopters all over the map. It's gonna be very huge. This is very promising for Activision. This is gonna be the first battle royale game. And can this game take out Fortnite or PUBG? We have to wait and see, because right now there's a lot of battle royale games coming out right now. And H1Z1 comes out May 22nd, so that gives you a lot of competition. And this game comes out on October 12th, I believe. So we'll see what Activision got in their hands. Can they dethrone Fortnite right now? I don't think so, but this is the main game until, let's see, Battlefield comes out and see what they got in store for us. So, State of Decay 2. What can I say? Right now, the game is on like what? Metacritic. On Metacritic, this game is scoring 68%, which is 1 point less than Sea of Thieves. There was 69% Metacritic, which makes it a mediocre average game. What most reviewers are talking about is one little thing, mostly a bunch of little things. Mostly the glitches, the tethering, the rubber banding when you're in co-op. The damn game doesn't work on co-op. That's what I heard for a lot of different people. A lot of different outlets are saying this game does not work on co-op. That's something you want to work with. A lot of people be waiting for this for this addition for the first game, the first game was very good, but this one, everybody is expecting a big ass open world where you and your friends can go anywhere you want. But in this game, it's tethering like we'll play, what was it, Far Cry. In Far Cry 5, it had the same thing with tethering. You can't go too far from the person. If you go too far, you warp back to your friend. You automatically, you just walking like let's go up a hill. You get a little warning saying you're going too far, and you warp to wherever the host is. If you're the host, you're fine. You can collect anything you want. All the progress is yours. But if the second player joins you, they don't progress. They all they do is collect little things that you have, but they can't progress throughout the game. So that's another problem with the game. And right now, critics are not liking it. You check Metacritic, the damn user score is 3.3. Those are maybe assholes right now who are going into the damn Metacritic, using Metacritic, is bringing it down for no reason because they want to be assholes. But the game comes out, I think, on Tuesday. It's gonna be Tuesday, so we'll see if it goes up, if people are really playing this game, if all the critics are wrong. But right now, no. As of right now, the game needs patches to fix everything, the glitches, the tethering, everything. It needs to work. If it doesn't work, there's another bomb for Xbox, and then Neo win, not another failure.
We have a controller design that our fans love. However, for gamers with limited mobility or gamers who don't use both their hands, this controller design might not work best for them.
Pushed you out of the way, I'm sorry. Doorknobs are the worst thing ever invented. Putting on shoes, the cell phones that I use, these are the sorts of things that we don't think about until we have to, and I think about them every day.
Yeah! I have cerebral palsy on my entire right side. This side of the controller is fine. This side doesn't happen. As game platforms have gotten more sophisticated, the controllers have gotten more sophisticated, and it started to get really frustrating.
We designed the Xbox Adaptive Controller through feedback from the accessibility community.
The Xbox Adaptive Controller is really easy. You just plug it in, and then you can plug in various other devices. I can make it work for me the way it has to.
With the Xbox Adaptive Controller, a gamer can game with one hand and one foot, or one hand and their shoulder, or even one foot and their chin.
And I can change it from game to game.
Good, ready? Forward, squeeze tall, there it is.
Craig Hospital is a facility for patients who've either had a spinal cord injury or a traumatic brain injury, and it's a place for their rehab.
Yes. We're here for game night, and we're helping new patients getting back into gaming again. Is that the D-pad?
Yeah.
Okay.
Our role as occupational therapists is to get people back to doing. When the Xbox Adaptive Controller came along, it acted like an Xbox controller and it just worked.
Uh-oh, over there.
On the standard Xbox controller, it's just hard to press the buttons because can't really put pressure through my hands. But then with the adaptive controller, I can use like larger joysticks, larger buttons that are easier to press and reach.
Corey and his brother Zachary are twins. Before Corey's injury, Zachary had gamed with him regularly, and that was the way that they related to each other as siblings.
Who do you love playing Xbox with here at Craig Hospital?
Zach.
The Xbox Adaptive Controller and the co-pilot feature allowed them again to play games together. So there's a huge social component to it.
You got that? Yes, yes. They can play any game that they want. I see the confidence just burst out of them.
And now we gotta talk about Bosskey. Bosskey is closing down because Cliffy B tried to follow a trend. The first trend was Overwatch, and the problem with that is he made a game called Lawbreakers, which is a clone of Overwatch, because Overwatch is a hero shooter. Lawbreakers is a hero shooter. Overwatch came first and is super popular, and it looks like a Pixar movie. It's a Disney Pixar movie, and everyone gravitated towards that game. The characters, everything's done perfectly in that game. Lawbreakers is very generic. It's trying to be the so-called mature type of game for a hero shooter that doesn't really do anything new or do anything different from Overwatch. It has an anti-gravity jumping and stuff, but nobody really cares, because when I tried the beta, there was like only 2,000 people playing it, and then when the game came out, that 2,000 people dropped even worse, and then week after week, it kept going to 100 players, 50 players, to the point there was no one playing the game no more. And then he tried to make a game called Radical Heights, which is another clone of Fortnite. Another popular ass game that everyone plays for football players, basketball players, and rappers, and has massive amount of kids playing it. And he makes Radical Heights. And because of that, making that one game is ridiculous. It took him 6 months to make Radical Heights. That means when Lawbreakers stop production, he made this game in 6 months. Tried to get in the field of Fortnite so he could get some money. Sorry, that's not the way you do it. You have to be original. You have to do something different. Hopefully he could get back on his feet and make that game that everybody saw, that dragon game. It was like some kind of Dragon Ninja game they tried to produce. Well, we'll see what happens. Hopefully he gets back. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. You don't like it, fuck it. Don't dislike and leave comments. I'll check you guys later.